Welcome back to Cabin View Ventures. My name is Nick, and today we are starting the build for our roadside firewood stand. This is going to be a multi-day project. I'm just going to work on it as I have time. Tonight, I just want to get these corner posts done, so we're ready to hopefully get this thing put together this weekend. And then goal is by the end of the month, have some firewood in it and have it down by the road. So let's get started.
Hey Dad, I'm all done.
Okay. I'm almost done too. So we have our corner supports cut and notched. Now we are starting to lay in our supports for our shelving. So we'll get that in, then we'll get these things stood up and get them connected, get them squared, and then just keep going from there. I kind of have an idea of what I want this to look like. I'm still gonna have to run out and get some more lumber for it because I don't have everything I need, but I at least just wanted to get this started, see how it turns out, and then add on to it from there. So I am gonna take you guys through this journey with me. We'll kind of call this the start to a very small firewood business. I don't know how big it's gonna get. I don't know if it's gonna be successful, but it's something I want to try. I like to cut firewood. I do not cut firewood on a large scale. I mean, I'm talking anywhere from 5 to 10 cords a year is what I'm gonna cut. And right now the plan is to build a small roadside firewood stand and only sell bundles. So I kind of have an idea of where I want to price them. But what I want to do is build a really nice looking firewood stand. This is going to be sized to fit to the bottom of my driveway. So this particular stand is going to be 8 feet long by 3 feet deep by about 8 feet tall. So if you're looking to do something similar, you know, build it to whatever spec is going to work for you. You know, I really can't fit anything bigger at the bottom of my driveway without, you know, doing some excavating down there. But I also don't want to go too big because I want to see if this is going to work, and I don't want to put too much money at it. I want to make it look really nice without spending, you know, $1,000. So this right here, this 8-foot by 3-foot stand, right now I've spent $275 on lumber and hardware. I think that's going to be enough to build a really nice firewood stand. You know, around here, there's a lot of bulk firewood sellers. I'm not going to be a bulk firewood seller. I don't have the equipment, and I don't have the wood, and I don't have the space to cut and sell bulk firewood. And I just don't see the money in it. I mean, I've seen, you know, a couple places nearby where you can buy a cord of firewood. Now you'd have to go pick it up, but some guys are selling it for $200 to $300. So that's really cheap for a cord of seasoned hardwood. There are not many people around here that sell bundled firewood. I think it's going to be successful because I live off of a busy road. I have a lot of developments around me. And the only places that really sell bundled firewood are the grocery stores. You know, I've seen the 0.75 cubic foot bundles. They're selling for, I think, $7.49 is the cheapest one I saw. And then there's some bigger ones. I think they were 1.5 cubic foot. I need to go look at them, but they were like $10.99. So they didn't look like 2 cubic foot bundles. So I'll go check them out. And then there's a couple homeowners that sell bundled firewood. Not many. They're very few and far between, and neither one has a nice stand. I mean, the one guy just has like this Tupperware looking firewood stand. It's not labeled really well. There's not a whole lot in it. The other guy just has a skid with some bundles thrown on it and like a printed out price sheet in a little plastic sheathing. So I'm gonna try to make this one stand out where it looks really attractive, it's labeled really well, it has nice packaged firewood in it, and easy payment options on there. So, you know, we'll get this together, we'll see how it goes, but like I said, I'll kind of take you guys through this journey of building this firewood stand, setting it up, my total expense for everything, and then we'll see how this goes through the fall and winter. My plan is to have this all done by the end of September, so hopefully I can start selling by the beginning of October. It's still really hot and humid around here, which is kind of untypical for this time of year, but I think by October we should have some nice cool weather and some more firewood sales going on in the area. So let's get these floor supports screwed in, and we'll hopefully get the bulk of this framing done today.
Because I need to quick tell her that I'm leaving.
But you ever get one that's just really hard to tell which way it's going? That one was one of those. Turn you around.
We're gonna be a mess.
So this is going to be the back wall. The one we just worked on is going to be the front wall. So it's going to be 3 feet deep. It's going to be 3 feet wide with a 6-inch drop from front to back. So it's going to have a 2-pitch roof on it. You don't need a whole lot of slope to this roof because it's only 3 feet wide. So you're going to have plenty of strength for snow load. You just need enough slope to, you know, run water off of it basically. All right, we have all the floor supports on. We're finishing up the rafters. I have 2 more to cut. This is by far my least favorite part because I hate trying to figure out the bird's mouth cut on these things. I actually got this one on the first try, so I was able to work off of that template and got these done pretty quick. We got 2 more to cut, so let's finish these up and get them on. All right, so when you design something like this, make it easy on yourself to figure out the roof. So I did, this is 3 feet. Yeah, I'm right on 36 inches. And I did a 6-inch drop from the front to the back of the shed. So that gives me a 2-pitch roof. You can look up these angles. A 2-pitch roof has a 9.5 degree angle to it. So that's the angle for your front. I'll show you on this one. Right, so here's how it sits. So your front angle is 9.5, your bird's mouth is 9.5, and then you got the same thing on the back. Your 9.5 and your 9.5. So that way you have a nice flat front, so you can put a piece of fascia on it. Same thing on the back. And then once you get one that fits nice and snug the way you want it, you can just use that as your template to cut all the rest, and it makes this go much faster. Now, like I said before, I am not a carpenter, I'm not in construction. I am sure there's a better way to do this, but this works for me. It's relatively simple and gives you a pretty nice looking roof. All right, just to go over the dimensions with you one more time. So we're about 8 feet tall in the front, 8 feet long by 3 feet deep. I went 3 feet deep, two reasons. One, I wanted to make it sturdy. I wanted to make it stable enough so it wouldn't tip over. So I was afraid 2 feet wouldn't be deep enough with, being 8 feet tall. So, it's nice and sturdy right now. It's going to get even more sturdy once I put the floor and the roof on it. And secondly, being 3 feet deep, I cut all my firewood at 16 inches. So I'm going to be able to get 2 bundles next to each other, or I could stand them up and keep them inside so they're out of the weather. And then I'll be able to stack some on top as well. So we're going to have plenty of room on that bottom shelf for the bundled firewood. Again, I have it in 2 sections, so 6 feet and 2 feet. And then I made it so I can divide this up later on as I want to sell different types of firewood. For this first year, I'm just going to keep it really simple. I'm going to sell bundled firewood and I'm going to sell kindling bundles. I might want to get into selling wood chunks down the road. So if I have any customers that have wood-fired ovens or grills, small fire pits like solo stoves, you can't put a 16-inch log in them. 12 inch is about the biggest you can fit in those fire pits. So, but I don't, I would rather cut firewood specifically for that purpose instead of cutting the split wood I have down to size, which would be a huge pain in the butt. So we're going to keep it simple for this first year. Just put together a really nice looking roadside stand and just bundled firewood and bundled kindling, and then we'll see how it goes. So to update you again on price, so where I'm at right now, the lumber I bought for this structure all came from Lowe's. I spent $275 on lumber and the hardware I needed. I still need to go buy the metal roofing and the flooring. I already had some siding laying around from one of my old sheds, so I don't have to buy any of that. I don't need to buy stain because I've already got plenty of stain from building this wood shed and my other shed, my equipment shed down there. So we're gonna save a little bit of money with some of the stuff we already have on hand, but as it stands right now, $275 is where I'm at. The roofing, I think the metal roofing I'm gonna buy is like $55 or $60 a piece for the 12-foot long sheets. I only need 2 of them, so I shouldn't have more than about $120 in that. And then I haven't priced out the flooring yet, so I'm just gonna do some 1x, space it about 1 inch apart. So we'll get that price added to this after I buy it. But right now, $275. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully in about a week, we will be staining this and then getting the floor in and the metal roof on, and then getting the final touches done so we can get this thing out front and start selling. If you like our content, please subscribe, hit that like button. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the next one.